Hello, my name is Kristinne Grigoryan. I am the newly elected Human Rights Defender of Armenia. I'm glad to share with you some of our good practices. In 2018, Armenian State Revenue Committee proposed amendments to the law on non-governmental organizations, which envisaged that all NGOs are obliged to publicize the content of their annual report, including the information about their financial activities, projects, number of employees, personal data of its members, etc. This draft was submitted to our opinion, where we have raised a number of concerns. Firstly, we highlighted the risk of interference with the right to freedom of association. We were clear that this goes in odds with OSCE, ODIHR and Venice Commission guidelines on freedom of associations, according to which any restriction must be prescribed by law necessary in a democratic society and in the interest of national security and public safety, public order, the protection of public health or morals, or the protection of rights and freedoms of others. Restrictions on access to resources that reduce the ability of associations to pursue their goals and activities may constitute an interference with the right to freedom of association. Secondly, the draft envisaged that the annual report includes the number of members as well as volunteers, including the names and surnames of the members of the organizations, management bodies, staff members, volunteers, if they used the funds of the organization during the reporting year. We flag that the CM recommendation of the Council of Europe stipulates that the inclusion of the personal data of the users of funds of organizations in the reports, their publication contradicts the right of person to protect their data. Also, NGOs which have been granted any form of public support can be required to submit reports each year on their accounts and an overview of their activities to a designated supervising body and make known the proportion of their funds used for fundraising and administration. Besides, according to the OSCE, ODIHR and the Venice Commission guidelines on freedom of association, the association should not be under a general obligation to disclose the names and addresses of their members, since this would be incompatible with both their rights to freedom of association and the right to respect for private life. Hence, we were recommended that to eliminate those requirements, which was done partly, and according to already adopted law, the requirement to include the personal data of the members of organizations, governing bodies, staff, volunteers in the reports have been removed. Based on constitutional law on human rights defender, our institution is providing its opinion on all initiatives that may anyhow relate to human rights, and the request for our opinion is mandatory according to the law. This is just an example that a detailed analysis of the legislation from the human rights perspective and based on well-known standards can be crucial for us, NHRIs, to better fulfill our mandate to prevent the violations and to advance the human rights. Thank you.